Happy New Year, everyone. It's a new year. It is a great and wonderful time of year when we are starting new things because it's a new year. On the other hand, New Year's resolutions don't work so well for me. So I started doing things over the Christmas holidays and got myself organized and ready to go and was having a good time before the new year started. And if any of you just tuned in, the reason that I deleted the other video is because I screwed something up and I had to fix it. So, anyway, it's a new year. There are some things which I want to do better. And during the holidays, I just have zero time for editing. I have so much going on between making Christmas gifts and catching up on reading and spending time with the kids and spending time with the family and spending time with the boyfriend. And there's just no time to sit and edit. And also, having done NaNoWriMo for all of November, which is very intense, I take December kind of off. I sometimes play around at editing minor stuff, but I don't spend a lot of time doing really deep edits because it's just too much at that particular moment. So, with December behind me, I'm now back to doing the full edits. I got my stuff back from my test reader. The world is great. I am about a third of the way through the final edit of the second Taylor Mage novel. So you will hopefully have that this month. I'm thinking this month is going to work. Knock on wood. So I have the editing for Taylor Mage to do, and that's coming along well. I'm not editing for content at this point. I'm going through and checking my adverbs, which I sometimes overuse, and making sure my sentences aren't overly complex and things like that. So it's a very quick go through. I can usually go through 4 or 5 chapters in a day without breaking a sweat. Unlike the really deep edits that I do after, and like that first edit where I'm kind of filling in spaces and things that I didn't get finished. So that goes fairly quickly. After I'm finished editing this and it goes to publication, I'll be working on the cookbook. And that's a little terrifying because that's a whole different level of editing. I have to edit not only for spelling and grammar, but also I have to make sure that each of the recipes gives all of the information that I actually want to give. Because when you get this cookbook home, I want you to have the ability to open it up and use it just as a cookbook. Flip it open, there's the recipe, make the food, off you go. But I also want you to be able to look at the history of that recipe. I want you to be able to look at the references I used in creating that recipe so that you can then make changes or edits as you wish so that you can make the recipe your own and so that you can document that recipe for if you're in SCA, you want to do arts and science. If you're in the Ren Fair and you want to explain to people where it was you got a recipe. I want you to be able to do all that. And I also want to make sure that I provide enough information for people who are cooking at home, people who are doing prep at home but cooking on site, and people who are like us at New Hampshire and Mass Ren Fair doing everything on site where everybody and God gets to watch the complex nature of cooking over an open fire and getting everything done. So it's really hefty, and that's a lot to make sure I have without being repetitive or uncomfortable. Yet again, I get on camera and I yawn. I don't know what it is. It's because I'm trying to pay attention and I love you guys. So I'm hoping that many of my listeners are out there also doing editing on their own work. I will state for the record again, I do professional editing. So if you have work that is at the point where you need another set of eyes on it, I will happily do that and we can work out the cost. It's not a problem. I love doing editing because I get books for free. If you are working on fictional stuff, that's one thing. If you're working on nonfiction, that's a whole other thing. I don't know what you're working on this week, but I hope it's fun and exciting. I hope that some of the things you're doing in the new year are writing oriented, and I hope that you're able to bring out the stories and poems and prose that are stuck inside you and need to see the light of day. Yep, must be on camera. I'm not going to be long today because I actually have a lot of stuff to do. For those of you who are involved in the SCA, I'm actually getting ready for Burka. So if you're going to be at Burka, you're welcome to come and visit me. I will happily bring books with me. If they're published by that point, I'll have the second book as well as the first one. That's the weekend of the 24th through the 26th of January. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Burka is open. The merchants are open both days, by the way. And it's a costumed event. If you do not have SCA garb, if you don't have period garb, we do have a loaner garb on site. It does not cost anything extra. You can come in, get dressed up, and you can go shopping, get some wonderful, cool things, whether you're a Rennie or an SCA or both, like myself. And you can come and visit me. I'll be in the Harold's Point area because that's my job in the SCA. I'm the Herald for Stone Marsh, which is all of New Hampshire, and so I am the Granite Pursuivante. I'll probably be in 14th century stuff just because I can, but I don't know. I might go Viking one day. We'll see. There's court on Saturday if you're interested in coming see me do my job. If you don't want to, you can come earlier in the day or you can come visit me on Sunday. I'll be around. I'll probably have a harper on my arm. And I'll be surrounded by other people and I'll be answering questions about heraldry. So, but whatever you're doing as you're going into the new year, please don't give up on your writing. One of the things that somebody told me a really long time ago, I said, well, how do I know if I'm a writer? And that's a valid question. How do you know if you're a writer? Well, the answer is if not writing is not an option, then you're a writer. If you can only go a few days before your brain starts to itch and stories start creeping their way out your ears, then you're a writer. You can write and not necessarily be a writer if you're writing a thesis because you have to do it for school or you have to write some documentation for work and it's a required thing, but it doesn't bring you joy or bring you some sort of relief that it's on the outside rather than the inside. You might not be a writer, or you could be. But if you feel that need, if it's a burning thing, if you can't beat it out or make it go away, then you're a writer. Welcome to the Torture Club, where we write in order to cleanse our souls of the horrible, evil things that lurk therein. Writing can be tortuous. It can be pleasant. It can be exciting. It can be tear-jerking. I've had all of these things happen in a single novel while writing. There are times when I'm writing and it feels like something is being ripped out of my chest and I'm bleeding on the page and my soul aches. And then there are other times when I'm gritting my teeth and I just want to get the words on the paper so that I can walk away because it's been in me for so long that it hurts. And it's almost a physical hurt. And if I can just get it on the paper, then it doesn't have to hurt anymore because I'm leaving and it will stay there. And then there are other times when I'm just slogging and I just want to get it done because I need to get it done. Okay, I can do that too. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good January. I hope that the snowstorm outside is mild and that it is the perfect snow for skiing, snowshoeing, sledding, whatever it is you like to do that's outdoors. Have yourself a good week. I'll see you next Monday, I think. I think we're on next Monday. And I hope that you're writing. If you need words of wisdom, pop by my Facebook page and chat. I'd love to chat with you. I do respond to pages fairly quickly, usually within like an hour or so. So I hope I'll hear from you. Drop in, say hi, tell me you want to see the new book because, that's what keeps me motivated to get the papers out to you. And keep an eye on the store shelves for the second Taylor Mage novel, which is entitled Bloodwater. I love you guys. Happy New Year, and I hope your holidays were great. Take care.